Did you know that black men are 250% more likely to die of prostate cancer? The mortality rate for prostate cancer is 2.5 times higher for black men. You probably didn't know that because it's not really something that you hear talked about very often. So I want to do this video to kind of give another example of how the men's rights movement helps black men and why I think the men's rights movement should be a part of Black Lives Matter, and really for everything, for all men, all over the world. Because as I always say, the issues that MRAs talk about affect men of all races. And this, of course, is an example. So here's an article from the University of Michigan Medical School. Study explores why prostate cancer mortality is higher in black men. The bottom paragraph, which I've highlighted below, black men are more likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer and nearly 2.5 times more likely to die of the disease compared to non-Hispanic white men. So black men are 2.5 times likely, 250% more likely to die of prostate cancer. But it might surprise you to learn that prostate cancer is not covered by Obamacare. Now, I've linked the Obamacare website down below where you can see the prevention services offered. And you'll see exactly that. The prostate cancer is not covered, even though it's the cancer that a black man, or really any man who doesn't smoke in the US, is most likely to die from. And I'm going to do some follow-up videos about prostate cancer because this is something that a lot of people misunderstands. There's a misconception that prostate cancer isn't very deadly, when in fact it is. Like I just said, it's the cancer that a non-smoking man is most likely to die from. There's a little saying that men don't die of prostate cancer, they die with it. That's not true whatsoever. Take a look. So here's a chart from cancer.org, which is linked below with everything else. This is showing leading sites of new cancer cases and deaths. Now, the second chart on the bottom is showing actual deaths. And you can see number 2 is prostate cancer, with 31,620 deaths, or 10% overall of male cancer deaths. More than colon, more than pancreatic, more than liver, more than leukemia. Prostate cancer is the second biggest cancer killer of men. And seeing as 90% of lung cancer deaths come from smoking, prostate cancer is therefore the cancer a non-smoking man is most likely to die from. Now, this is from the CDC. This is just showing death rates per 100,000. And this is overall for men and women. And you can still see that prostate cancer is number 3 overall. So female breast cancer is number 2, which means if this list were just for men, you do the same thing. Prostate cancer is the second biggest cancer killer of men in the US. Now, so when people ask me, what do MRAs do for black men? And how does the men's rights movement fit with Black Lives Matter? I would say this is a good example of that. And the fact that it's not covered by Obamacare or by Trump Care or by whatever is an example of the kind of issues that MRAs talk about that affect black men as well. And remember, it's even worse for black men. And this is not just limited to the US. In the UK, there's been a problem for decades of prostate cancer being underfunded, under-researched, and undertreated. As you can see in this article, prostate cancer recently overtook breast cancer in number of deaths, and now prostate cancer kills more than breast cancer in the UK. And 2 days ago, a drug for prostate cancer that could have saved lives was turned down because they said it cost too much money, even though other cancers have even more expensive drugs being approved right now. But that's going to be for my next video, which I'm going to do in the next few days. I've linked everything you see in this video in the description below. Thank you for watching, and tell me what you think. Now, I've also put this in the description below as well. I put a link to this Reddit post I made about a year ago about prostate cancer and showing some of the charts and some of the data to kind of break down just how deadly prostate cancer actually is. So that you can find in the description below.